Who yelled at you, Jimmy, after Gus?
Shima.
From a meme to a legend. Swing and a miss.
That's embarrassing.
Oh, that was Shima who yelled at you?
Yeah, Shima said that's embarrassing.
All right. Hey, welcome back to Fade the Mahoney. Before we get started, Trevor, I have a question for you.
Shoot.
What do all these players have in common? Ryan Cratch, Jordan Robles, Chris Cheatham, Dallas Allen, Daniel Schultz, and Trevor Bonham.
Sound like pretty good pitchers there. Mostly good pitchers.
Yep.
Anything else?
All good pitchers. Never struck out Jimmy Norp in the World Series.
I know somebody who has.
This guy, Gus. Gus, who I think is frozen. Gus, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, you're frozen on us. We're in a time crunch. We're going to go as quickly as we can. Everybody, check out the previous two pieces we've done to our odds programs. We had Drew Davis and Caden Irwin help us with the first two. We've got Gus here to help us with the last one. Jerseys, as you can see, there's a couple of new additions. I've always said that if you have a jersey on the store and you come on the show, I'll buy it. Thankfully, Gus doesn't have a jersey, so I don't have to worry.
That's not true.
Yes, he does.
Awesome. All right. That'll be 4 Cobras somehow.
Love it.
All right. Gus, we're going to go over the odds. From what I hear, you like to gamble from time to time. We're going to go over the odds for the last 3 awards. But first question I have for you, MLW had 23 different people pitch this season. According to the statistics of those 23, how many of them are you better at pitching than?
Oh. Okay. I'm very humble about my wiffle ball. I don't think I'm great. I was very surprised when I got drafted. So it's not I'm not gonna come on here and say that I should be starting over Barron. I would say both my teammates are better than me.
How about Drew?
Oh, you're trying to start drama now. No, I can't say I'm better than Drew just because of what he's done in the past. Now Drew's performance in the World Series, where he came in for 1 at bat, and I came in and I walked 2 guys too, so I can't even talk. I don't know. I would say that I'm very limited. All I have is a slider and a screwball.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't say I'm elite by any means.
Okay, so 7
I would
or
say
8.
I'm probably
7 or 8.
I would say I'm probably top 20 would be my guess.
Awesome. All right. All right. I need to thank you real quick. You made me some money in the All Fun game. Trevor made a terrible line.
Is to make the American League a slight favorite at minus 130.
It's too low.
And you think it's too low of a favorite?
Yeah, they have 3 players on their team who actually play.
Yeah, but I mean, they don't.
Just a terrible line. It was free money. I bet on you guys. So thank you very, very, very much for your contribution.
Well, it was a bit unknown about the other team. You knew what you were getting out of us. You didn't really know what you're getting out of the other league.
Good news, yeah. Mike, you can use that money to buy the Gus jersey now.
Yeah. Oh, all that money's gone on on jerseys. All right. We're going to start with most improved player, guys. We have lined it for 3 people. We think one of these 3 will win it. We've got the Red Baron as a pretty decent size favorite, pretty much as big a favorite as you can be. He's minus 1,000. Dallas is plus 400, and we have Tommy at plus 800. So I guess what we'll just ask you, Gus, if you vote, who you would vote for and who you think will win.
Who I think will win is Baranowski. If I had to put money on it, I like the plus 800 at Tommy. But that's just because I'm an aggressive gambler.
Nice.
But yeah, honestly, I have to say Barron from last year to this year has been insane. The growth from pitching behind Drew, who you guys think is worse than me, or Jimmy thinks is worse than me, to now being the ace of the team that made it to the World Series. So Barron's growth has been a great thing to see.
And that's why he's such a huge favorite. Trevor, you have anything to add on that specific category, most improved?
No, I mean, you got to give it to Barron. The change in ERA from season to season, he was the best pitcher in the league this year, I thought, overall. You got to give it to him. I mean, Dallas, like I said, coming into the season, I thought Dallas was going to take a huge step forward. He did. He led the league in hitting. Can't forget. And I mean, his first half of the season was lights out pitching. Obviously, went downhill a little bit towards the end of the season. That thing caught up to him a little bit, but I think at the halfway point, we would have thought it was Dallas for sure. I think after the completion of the season, you got to go with Baranowski.
Right. And in this category, I have a Baranowski. I have an Allen jersey. It would look really nice if there was a Tommy jersey right here. Just haven't been able to connect with him as of yet. All right. We're going to save Cy Young for the last because that's the most fun one. Let's do MVP. End of the season, it would have been a different discussion, but since you guys do factor in postseason, Jimmy Norp to go back-to-back, big favorite minus 500. Then we have Ryan Cratch at plus 300, Jordan Robles at plus 400, and Dallas is the long shot at 1,500. Same question, Gus. Any comments on that? Who you would vote for? Who you think should win?
Again, if I had to put money on it, I wouldn't bet Jimmy because I never bet huge favorites. But it's got to be Jimmy. It's got to be Jimmy after what he did throughout the playoffs and even throughout carrying Shima's dumb-looking self throughout the season. We love Shima. We just got done hooping with them, but he started off slow.
When you hoop with Shima, does he go 0 for 20 but then hit the last shot of the game?
You'd be surprised by how he plays. He plays like a center, and it's hilarious because he's 5'6", and he tries to be Joel Embiid. I'm the opposite. I'm 6'3", and I try to be a point guard.
Like you said, we love Shima as well. Pretty disrespectful for what he said to you after you struck out Norp. But
no, that was in good fun. That was in good fun.
All right. You guys are all boys, I hear, right?
Yeah, we're all boys.
All right. Trevor, anything to add for MVP or?
I mean, you got to give it Jimmy. I mean, shout out to Ryan for an amazing season. He, as far as like being valuable to his team, he's right in line there with Jimmy. Where are the Preds at without Ryan? He was their whole team basically. Obviously the other guys contribute a little here and there, but without Ryan, they have nothing. Same thing though for Jimmy, and his team won the World Series, so you can't go anywhere else.
Gotcha. All right. Let's hop ahead to Cy Young. Most competitive, most interesting of all of them, in my opinion. We have Barron as a slight favorite at minus 125. We have Ryan second at plus 150. And halfway through the season, we all thought for sure it was going to be Dallas Allen. He's a little bit of a long shot at plus 300. Gus, break it down.
For me, I gotta support the teammate. Barron came out, dominated on the mound. I mean, he's in the most improved conversation, and he's not even batting. I think he had 2 at bats this season, 3 maybe. So to be in the most improved conversation and only be pitching, it's just he's been insane this year. I can't even express enough how much Cobras are thankful for him. And obviously Ryan Cratch right there too. But I gotta go with the teammate.
Trevor.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah, I mean, you got to go. So let's go stats wise. ERA, Barron led the league, in qualifiers with 0.96 ERA. He was second in WHIP at 1.53 behind Nick Saylor. Obviously Ryan had an amazing year. Dallas had a great year. Statistically and just how good he was and how dominant it was, you got to go with Barron.
Okay. I guess that's why he's the favorite. But it is the most interesting because, again, halfway through the season, it was Dallas Allen for sure. Hadn't given up a hit in their first 3 series or something like that, 2.5 series, something like that.
And Jonah Heath came into the picture.
Yeah. Hey, if you're gonna keep doing it,
Yeah.
don't make me go too deep over here. All right. All right. So I think we covered everything there. Can we get a football pick out of each of you? Do you have something in your brain, Gus, for a game that you like this week that you can share with everybody who's watching?
Well, is this coming out tonight or tomorrow? Because I was good. Should I do Thursday night or?
People won't get it by Thursday.
Okay.
But if you want to tell me so I know what to bet on in the next hour, I'll take it.
Well, I did Christian McCaffrey touchdown over and 49ers to cover.
Okay.
I think it was like plus 700.
Three team parlay.
Yeah, it was a parlay because MGM gave me a free bet.
Oh, well, there you go.
So I just threw it on it.
All right. You got one for Saturday or Sunday dialed up, or else I can go to Trevor first and come back to you.
Yeah, let me look at the schedule.
All right, Trevor, what do you got? You ready?
Looking right now. I'm gonna go. Give me the Jags getting 4 at home.
Jags +4 against the Cowboys.
It's a terrible pick, which is why I love it.
Well, I actually love it, which means you're in trouble because. Can we just say, Trevor, you had the worst pick of all time last week and won?
And I won, right? Yeah, of course.
You were down
Always.
27-0 and you came back and won. Ridiculous.
How many times did I get screwed early in the season, though?
0. You're awful at this. All right, Gus, what do you got? What's your lock of the week?
Okay. I'm actually gonna go. So nothing's loading for me, so I just had to think of it on the fly. Lions on a 5-game win streak. Can they make it 6? Maybe.
They're getting 1 point at the Jets, +1.
What I can do is I can tell you Jared Goff has been playing fantastic this season. So I'm going to be taking Jared Goff's over. I believe it's normally set around 255-ish. So if it's around that area, then I'm going to take it.
All right. We'll have the editing department stick that in here once it comes out. We're not sponsored by DraftKings, but if you have access to DraftKings, you can get an anytime touchdown out of McCaffrey tonight at even money. Just so you know.
There you go.
Mike. See you guys.
See you, Trevor. Thanks, buddy.
See you guys.
Trying to think if I have any other questions for you. Oh, I wanted to give a shout out to Jimmy and Patreon. If you're watching this, you should probably subscribe to the Patreon. He's doing a similar show where he breaks down who he thinks is going to win and who should win, so forth. So shout out to
Jimmy puts
him.
a lot of effort into that.
Say
He does. Jimmy puts a lot of effort into that. He's working and then goes home and he's asking us to film content to try and get the Patreon to grow. So if you haven't subscribed yet, you should.
I subscribe. You were part of that 1v1v1v1 thing
Yeah.
earlier, right? Yeah, that was pretty fun. All right. What else? You got anything else you want to talk about? You got any good, huge payoffs you've hit on a parlay or anything on any of the apps recently?
Yeah, I had another free bet on MGM. For this one was for $10, and I think odds were plus 3,000. I needed an Amon-Ra touchdown. It was versus the Lions versus it might have been the Giants. I don't remember what game it was, but it was an Amon-Ra touchdown, a DeAndre Swift touchdown, a Jamal Williams touchdown, Jared Goff over like 230 yards. It was an alternative line. Then I needed Amon-Ra to get 65 receiving yards, DeAndre Swift to get 20. It just kept on going, and all of it managed to hit.
Oh,
And
really? It won?
It won.
Wow.
Yeah, $300 payoff off of a free bet.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
You sound like someone that we should have back on. We do a big Super Bowl preview where I get picks from everybody who I can to get on the show. So if you're cool with it, I'm going to ask you to come back there because not everybody is as big a degen as Trevor and I, but it sounds like you are, so you'll fit in just great.
Well, no, because I literally, me, Jimmy, and Jonah all love blackjack too. So we go. I've been playing online blackjack recently, and it's expensive to play online. It's stupid. You have to play like $25 tables, but if you play them, you play them. And then I've just managed to go on long streaks of wins. I don't know how. Jimmy keeps getting mad at me because we left the casino the other day. We were at MGM in Detroit, and he lost $200, or he lost $100. I went up $600, cashed out. Then he borrowed 100 of my cashed out dollars, went back to the table, lost it. And then I ended up going back in with him, and I ended up losing another 200. But I still walked out positive, got all the boys drinks, and then we went home. So
I can't think of a better way to wrap up the show. Gus, I'm super glad you could make the time for us. I'm glad to know that you speak the language and you like to bet. That's awesome.
yes, sir.
I will be ordering a jersey because I'm a man of my word. And people buy your jersey? Do they sell?
Kyle hasn't paid me yet for this year, so I don't know how many I've sold. But the first year, I think I sold like close to 15.
Nice.
I think I was like 12 to 15 jerseys sold.
All right.
So
hey, everybody, if you're watching this, go buy a Gus jersey. Go buy one. It just says Gus on the back, right?
It does. Gus 12.
Gus 12. All right, Gus, appreciate you making the time for us, and good gambling, everybody.
Welcome to the segment where I pick an NFL team that does not cover the spread or loses the game. So, bet against this team that I'm about to say. I'm going to go Bengals -3.5 against Tampa Bay. That one's going to lose again.
All right. We're back. Obviously, we broke Jorgy from what we just saw. It'll get better, Jorgy. Now it's me and the Edonk finishing up the NFL section. Edonk, I don't know if you paid attention, but we almost had the clean sweep last week. Everybody's pick was terrible. But somehow Trevor got bailed out with the Broncos. He had the Broncos. They were losing 27-0. And he came back. Other than that, everybody else lost. I had the Browns +6, it lost. You had the Giants +7, it lost. Lucas had Bills, that lost. So you're down to 7-5-2. Trevor's down to 6-8. Lucas 5-9. I'm bringing up the rear at 4-10. I cannot pick a winner to save my life. Trevor took
a little rough.
Yeah. I'm losing a lot of money here. Trevor took the Jags +4. So if you want to put that into your calculator, they're playing the Cowboys. Again, because you have a winning record, you get to go last. I'm taking the Jets. I'm laying 1 point with the Jets at home. They're going to murder the Lions. That's what I think. All right. What's your winner this week?
I've wavered back and forth a few times. I don't know. It's just I'm gonna take the Dolphins on the road, getting 7.
Okay.
Got something to play for. My other pick was the Bears at home getting 9. I think they're just play well at home, and I think they'll lose the game. I just don't think they'll lose by 9.
All right. So you're certain Dolphins is what we're grading you on.
I don't love it, but I'm going to take it.
All right. Because just to be honest, I like the Bears this week. So it's probably good that you don't go with them.
Oh.
All right. The real.
You're gonna lose by 20. Holy cow.
All right. Lucas's win streak finally ended last week with the Bills. Again, he's 5-9, which is about as good as he can do. But what do we got for his lock of the week?
He's taking the Packers at home Monday night.
Prime?
-7.
Yeah, prime time home favorite, laying lots of points. Sounds like perfect recipe for Lucas once again. All right, Edonk, can you send us home with the dad joke of the week? Something more dad jokey than your sweater.
This is honestly, is this not the greatest?
It is. That's pretty much the nuts right there.
I mean, it doesn't get uglier than this. So, nowadays I just don't trust stairs anymore.
Why don't you trust stairs, Edonk?
They're just always up to something.
That's all right. All right. Good gambling, everybody.